Hello, and welcome back to Radio Gaga, Mixtape for the End of Humanity. Here we are in the mighty Montana, in Glacier National Park. Do you notice anything that might be missing? That's right, glaciers. When this park started 100 years ago, there were more than 150 glaciers, but now there's less than 25. One of which you can see over there in the distance is Grinnell Glacier. They believe that by 2030 there'll be no glaciers left in Glacier National Park, so they're going to have to change the name. They actually already have begun figuring out a new name for this. Okay, I'd love to read for you a little excerpt of Radio Gaga. Shall we get started? The tide is high. Never give up. The tide is high, but I'm holding on. I'm gonna be your number one. I'm not the kind of girl who gives up just like that. Oh no. That, of course, is from Debbie Harry and from the band Atomic Kitten. So let's pick up from a previous excerpt. You might remember the adventures of Maverick Mandeville, who wanted to show how manly he was by climbing to the top of the Himalayas. Well, his Sherpas just brought him to a peak that had not been seen before. And when he was there, he stumbled upon a 2,800-year-old mummified body. On it, there was a gold ring on the hand. He ripped off the hand, took it to be inspected, and then had the ring ripped off from the hand. He took the hand, which had a pustule on it, ready to pop, and then put it into a hermetically sealed bag, and then dropped that in the trash in Nepal. Shall we continue with our story? This is the way that humanity ends. Not with a bang, but with a... The sealed bag is dragged from next to the hospital along with 342 pounds of trash. Together is collected with 1.32 tons of waste and is dumped into a landfill down by the river Gandaki. It rains 14 inches that night. The little baggie of humanity's demise teeters on the top of a trash heap until a gust of wind sends it toppling towards the river. The fresh rain slicks its way as it toboggans down a stream. The rapidly melting Gantori, Satopanth, and Kathleen glaciers roar through this river, bending land and scooping up all along its path. The waters formed into the planet's most polluted river, the Ganges. Long considered sacred, the Ganges have become a cesspool bubbled with disease, shit, piss, industrial waste, cremated human remains, and the runoff from chemical plants, textile mills, and slaughterhouses. 513 humans would drink from its dirty and diseased waters daily. These loving, crying, sinking bodies, dying of thirst, whose skin burned and cracked from the heat, found a moment of satisfaction as they drank from its waters, but also swallowing cholera, hepatitis, amoebic dysentery, and typhoid, which would distend bowels, yellow the skin, rage through bloodstreams, and kill. Most often, the bacteria attack their guts, wreaking diarrheal horrors, which cause further dehydration and an ongoing vicious cycle dubbed the thirst trap. And through it all, the bag flows down. The sealed bag bounds through cities and towns, bobbing and weaving around corpses. Shit, piss, rotting food, maggots, the runoff of factories, and bounces along with 786,432 tons of trash. For 5 days, the bag flowed through northeast India until the river arrives at the border with Bangladesh. A Trump wall stands 45 feet tall, being reinforced along the border and up over the river. The wall spreads the 2,500-mile expanse of this imaginary border between imaginary nations. The rapidly industrializing nation of India rallied against the poor riffraff on the other side and screamed, "No more!" They'll steal our jobs. They'll jam up our roads. The river roars unapologetically underneath the wall and across this border. The hermetically sealed bag bounces off 3 bloated bodies stuck to the spike and swirls seamlessly across a border 100 million humans could only dream of crossing. Once across the border, it flows for another 3 days until it reaches the port of Arichagat. Barsha bobs in the water. Unable to swim, she grabs onto the wooden pilings of the dock. She tries to wash Sharuka's blood off her face. When she hears the last truck roll by, she claws her way along the port's underside. She hopes she has escaped the sight of any of the remaining Pinkerton snipers. The bag spins right round, like a record, right round. Gently worn from the journey and approaches Barsha. A gush of water grabs her sari and whips it around her neck. As she chokes, she slashes at the water and her sari. Her left pointer finger punctures the bag, and the hand inside rolls out. She rips the sari from her neck. The hand bobs before her, swollen and rotten. The days of heat have loosened the skin and the pustule ruptures. Pop. 1.7 million individual particles of brick-shaped, double-stranded DNA with a hairpin loop at both ends burst forth. Each is a perfect encapsulation of the pox virus, able to replicate without assistance from its millions of siblings. Free from her wardrobe noose, she gasps. At this moment, she unwittingly inhales 234,862 virions of variola maximum. For thousands of years, this undead invader lay dormant, waiting for its freedom to strike again. The virus latches onto the warm, wet membranes of her inflamed lungs and infiltrates her body, ready to divide and conquer all of humanity. Above her, a flock of seagulls squawk, "Poo-tee-weet." And that is a selection of Radio Gaga, Mixtape for the End of Humanity, read here in Glacier National Park with one of the few glaciers left, Grinnell Glacier, in the distance. Okay, have a great day. Bye.